It was supposed to be just another fun and lighthearted interview on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. A list celebrities come, laugh, play games, and promote their latest movies or projects. But on this particular night, things took a turn that no one saw coming. It all started innocently enough. Mark Wahlberg, a seasoned actor and producer known for films like The Fighter, Ted, and Transformers, was a guest on the show. Jimmy introduced him with the usual flair, highlighting his new upcoming film, a gritty crime thriller set in South Boston, a callback to Mark's roots. The audience cheered as he walked onto the stage, flashing his signature smirk and giving Jimmy a warm handshake. Everything seemed normal, but as the interview began, the energy in the room started to shift. The setup. Jimmy, known for his playful and sometimes edgy style of humor, began with light jokes about Mark's intense workout regimen. "So you still waking up at 4 a.m. to hit the gym?" Jimmy asked with a grin. Mark smiled politely. "Yeah, it's part of the discipline. It's a lifestyle." Jimmy chuckled and leaned in. "Man, I can't imagine doing anything before 10 a.m. unless it's sleeping." The crowd laughed. Mark did too, but only slightly. Jimmy pushed a little further, teasing Mark's famously strict routine. "I read somewhere you pray, work out, eat, act, and then yell at your kids, all before I've had my first cup of coffee." That got a big laugh from the audience, but Mark's expression grew tighter. The tension builds. What happened next is where things took a turn. Jimmy pulled out a clip from one of Mark's older movies, The Happening, a film that had received mixed reviews and has become a bit of an internet meme. He played a short, awkward scene from the movie and then jokingly asked, "Mark, be honest with me, what was going through your head when you agreed to this?" The audience laughed again, but Mark didn't. He looked at Jimmy for a long moment before replying. "I was trying something different. Not every movie is gonna be a hit. At least I was out there doing the work." Jimmy tried to lighten the mood, chuckling, hey, just having some fun." Mark crossed his arms, his body language closing off. "Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You bring me on here, and instead of talking about the movie I'm promoting, you're mocking something I did over a decade ago." The room went quiet. Jimmy tried to backpedal. "Mark, come on, you know I respect you, man. It's just jokes." But Mark wasn't smiling anymore. The heated exchange. What followed was an exchange that quickly went viral across social media. Mark leaned forward, voice calm but stern. "You know what, Jimmy? I get it, you gotta keep your show entertaining. But I came here expecting a real conversation. Not to be the punchline." Jimmy's tone shifted too. "I wasn't trying to make you the punchline, man. I joke with all my guests. It's part of the show." Mark shook his head. "Yeah, well maybe some of us are tired of being the joke. You sit behind that desk, crack wise about people's work, but you've never been on a movie set at 4 a.m. freezing your ass off, trying to make something that matters." The audience was stunned. Jimmy tried to salvage the moment. All right, let's not get too serious. Let's talk about your new movie. It looks incredible." But Mark had already pulled off his mic. "No need, I'm done." He stood up, looked at Jimmy, and then said the words that would make headlines the next morning. "I'm done. FCKU. And with that, he walked off stage. The aftermath. The camera panned awkwardly back to Jimmy, who tried to laugh it off. "Well, Mark Wahlberg, everybody." The show cut to commercial. Within minutes, Twitter exploded. Clips of the walkout circulated, with fans and critics debating what had happened. Some sided with Mark, praising him for standing up for himself. Others felt he overreacted. Hashtags like #WahlbergWalkout and #FallonGate began trending. Backstage sources later revealed that Mark was furious even before the segment began. Apparently, he'd seen a list of surprise clips the production team had queued up, including one from The Happening, and asked for it to be removed. The request was ignored. One insider shared anonymously, "Mark is a professional. But he takes his work seriously. When he feels disrespected, he's not going to just smile and take it." Damage control. The next morning, both camps issued statements. Jimmy's team released a brief apology. "We love Mark and respect his incredible career. Our intention was never to offend. Sometimes jokes don't land. We hope to have him back on the show soon." Mark's publicist issued a more direct response. Mark Wahlberg believes in honest conversation and respect. He was blindsided by the segment and felt it undermined his presence on the show. He stands by his decision to walk out. Still, damage had been done. Commentators across YouTube, TikTok, and news outlets weighed in. Some argued that comedians need to be more sensitive in today's climate. Others said that celebrities need to have a thicker skin. What really happened? So, was this a genuine clash of egos, or a carefully orchestrated publicity stunt? Some fans speculated it might have been staged. After all, Mark's new movie was about a man pushed to the edge. Walking off a talk show seemed strangely aligned with the film's themes. But insiders close to both parties denied this. That was real emotion. There was no script, one staffer said. Industry veterans noted this isn't the first time Jimmy Fallon has had awkward moments with guests. Remember the interview with Joaquin Phoenix? Or the time he laughed through a serious story with Dakota Johnson? Public opinion. In the days that followed, opinion was split. One popular YouTube creator said in a viral video, "Look, Fallon's always been a bit goofy. But Mark Wahlberg came on to promote his project, and instead got clowned. I'd walk off too." Others disagreed. "You're on a late-night comedy show. You have to expect some jokes. Mark's a big boy, he should have handled it better." Meanwhile, fan pages on Instagram and Reddit praised Mark's authenticity, saying it's rare to see celebrities break the PR mold and show real emotion. Where do things stand now? 2 weeks later, Jimmy addressed the incident briefly during an opening monologue. "I just wanna say, sometimes we go for the laugh and miss the mark. I respect every guest that sits across from me, especially Mark Wahlberg. We've spoken privately, and it's all good." As for Mark, he's remained quiet about it publicly, choosing to focus on his movie's release. In a recent podcast appearance, he said cryptically, "I don't do fake. If something doesn't feel right, I walk away. That's just who I am." Conclusion. So, what can we take from this explosive moment? In an age where celebrities are expected to be polished and agreeable, Mark Wahlberg reminded everyone that authenticity still matters, even if it means walking away on live television. Whether it was right or wrong, staged or spontaneous, the moment struck a chord. It was real, it was raw, and it was unforgettable.